Hey, what's going on? So, this is my very first video. My name is Joshua Stoneham. I am a dad of two, have a beautiful wife, own a house. I live here in Houston, Texas, or just north of Houston. I live in Atascocita. I work full-time as a car salesman. This video is just going to be raw, uncut, no cuts, no edits, none of that stuff. I'm just going to hop on here and just start talking. Share my real life journey, just trying to survive, just trying to take care of my kids, you know what I mean? And it's not easy. I'm going to show you the ins and outs of being a car salesman, the reality of it. It's not easy. You work bell to bell a lot. Like today is bell to bell. So today is 9 to 8 all day, and I mean you work your butt off. It does pay off in the long run. The more units you sell, if you hold gross in every car, you can make more money. There's different, so you have to be good at sales, you have to be good at talking to people, you have to be on your toes, and you have to be. There's a lot that goes to it. It's not an easy task by any means, but anyone can do it. You need to be a little bit competent with talking to people and trying to negotiate, and sometimes it can be difficult because if the customer doesn't believe you, then you don't have a deal. You just have to gain their trust as you go. But anyway, that's just what I do. I'm a car salesman. I'm gonna kind of show you the day in the life of the ins and outs of what my daily tasks look like. But that's it. I mean, it's hard taking care of two kids full time, and it's hard because you work so much. And I know there's people out there that are working probably as much as me, maybe even more than me, and that are probably outside working construction. I do feel blessed to be in this position. You can make as little or as much money as you want. It's just your work ethic and how much work you put in. So I'm just grinding it out every day. I'm going to start posting every day. This is day one. This is going to be, honestly, this is something I've always wanted to do, is post every day. These aren't going to be vlogs necessarily. This is just me hopping on here, giving my advice, or maybe you can give me some advice on how I can improve and move forward in my life. So if I pause or stutter or make mistakes in this video or my videos to come, just bear with me. I'm driving now. I'm driving to work actually. It's 8:35 in the morning. I'm like running just on time. If I take any pauses, or good thing I filled up yesterday, because man, I'd be late to work. But anyway, subscribe, leave a comment, like the video. It's gonna help me out. That'd crazy. One day that'd be just insane to be able to make a full-time income on YouTube. That would just be mind-blowing. And I'm gonna just start by hopping on here and just start posting my life. That's it. Raw, uncut, no music, just straight out of the camera, straight out of my brain as it flows. And so, yeah, I mean, if you're in the same position where you're working bell to bell and you're working so much, man, you're not the only one out there. You are not, and my wife works too. So she actually works in sales as well, and she took a break for a while when we had our first kid, and then she went back for a few months, and then she couldn't do it because she missed our baby so much. So she came back home, just living off of my income, and then I wasn't selling cars at the time. I was actually selling mobile homes, and I didn't make any money doing that. So we did get into a little bit of credit card debt, and so we're just grinding it out, trying to pay that off. And so it's been a struggle. Grinding, but it's been a struggle. So anyway, where was I at? She's in sales now, so she's working currently. We had our second baby, and then she came back home, and then probably 6 months or 9 months later, she ended up going back to work. No, this was very recent. My little one's 1.5, so this was very, very recent. She went back to work, so she's currently, she's in sales as well. She doesn't work as much as me. She works part-time, but she is able to spend a little bit more time with the kids. We do have a nanny that goes to our house and takes care of our little ones, and we are very, very blessed to have our in-laws live with us. So my mother and father-in-law, they both live with us. We've been in this house for about 3 years, and thankfully they, there was a mutual decision that would benefit them and us, because they could, help look after the kids. But we're not putting it on their shoulders to look after the kids all the time, because that's a big burden. Sometimes if you live with someone, and that someone is expecting you to take care of the little ones all the time, I mean, that's not their job, and we do take it as a blessing every time they do take care of them. So we're definitely grateful. But they live with us, and we split the mortgage, so that helps us out tons. And whenever I tell people that, like, my in-laws live with us, and we split the mortgage. Mortgage just went up. It was $1,800. It went up to $2,000, which is very, very doable. It's not. There's people out there with way more expensive mortgages, which thankfully we live in an area that's not too bad. So just trying to make my way to work here. But anyway, this is my first video. I sell cars for a living, and so I just, I'm gonna bring you along for the journey. Bring you along. This is gonna be my success story. As I potentially move up the rankings, selling cars, I eventually want to be a finance manager, and so that's gonna, if that time comes, then I'll still be working kind of as many hours as I do now, but I'll be making a lot more money. So that'll definitely be a big blessing for me and my family. I don't know if you can hear me. Hopefully you can. But anyway, if you're in the same situation, if you're out there just working bell to bells, working all day, I'm with you. You're doing the same thing. This is real life. There's a lot of people out there that will show you the fluff, and they'll show you, they're buying their nice stuff, driving their nice cars, which is great, which is really good. There's ways around it. Like you can get nice stuff, but we're in the season of our lives where, man, we got stuff to pay off, and we got things we got to take care of around the house. We got stuff to pay off. We can't be out here spending all this money. So as it comes in, it does go out. So all the bills, paying on our credit cards. I'm sure a lot of people are in the same situation. It's just trying to pay off stuff, and it's just like, honestly, trying to make more money. So I'm gonna be posting here on YouTube, and then eventually I'll be just crazy to get monetized, and then start getting some money from YouTube too. So that'll help pay off all of our debt eventually. If I'm consistent and I'm uploading every day, it'll help pay off all of our debt, and we'll be in a good spot. But right now, I'm just trying to grind it out, sell as many cars as I can. Getting paid decent, so I'm not, not by any means complaining at all, but it's the hours. That's what it is. You get paid a lot, you get paid really good, but it's just the hours. And so if you're in the same boat, give me a follow. Come along the journey with me. My wife, I want to eventually bring my wife home so she doesn't have to work anymore, and eventually me come home too, retire early. That's just one of the dreams that people talk about, but you never even, it feels so far out of reach. But the more and more I'm watching these videos, and I'm a consumer, I'm not a creator. I'm gonna turn into a creator. because it'll bring me more money. So it's the only reason I'm going to do it. I've thought about it my whole life, and I've always been scared of people judging me. I'm done. I'm done. Sick and tired, of working so much. So that would be insane to one day eventually be able to step into early retirement, because I'm making good money from YouTube. Pulling into work now. Don't we ready? All right. So for those of you who don't know, I do work. I'm gonna park it over here. I do work at a Honda store. I sell Hondas. I sell new. I sell pre-owned. This is it right here. Sterling McCall Honda. So if you need a car, pull up. If you need a used car, I can get you a really good deal. There's a lot of sales guys out there that'll screw you over, you know what I mean? But I'll just shoot you straight, man. I'm honest. If we don't have the car, then we don't have the car. If we don't have the car that's at your price, it is what it is, you know what I mean? And I'll help you find one, even if I don't get the sale. I want someone to treat me the same way, because I got 2 kids and I got a home, I got a mortgage I got to pay. So if I don't want to be spending more money than I have to, and I definitely don't want my customers to do the same thing. So if it's a good deal, then I'd urge you to pull the trigger on it. But if it's not a good deal, then I'll be honest with you. And so, yeah, follow along for the journey. Today's bell to bell, so I'm here all day away from my kids. And so, yeah, my daughter's 3 and my son's 1.5. And so, I don't know. Yeah, she'll be starting school soon. And my son, he's just chilling. He's just at home. He's cute little baby. And so he's walking everywhere. He understands a lot. Like my wife's Hispanic, and so her parents are too, and they speak Spanish a lot. That's their first language. And so, yeah, just living life, man. I'm working as much as I can to try to pay these bills and try to pay this debt off. And so, just making ends meet. Working all day. I mean, I pretty much live at the dealership. That's what the dealership life is. That's what I signed up for. For those of you who are thinking about doing it, that is the reality of it. I mean, you're going to be here. Oh, I got to go in. Oh, this meeting's about to start. So what I was saying was, it pays off. You're going to work a lot of hours. You're going to be here a lot. There's a little bit of work-life balance. But when you have a customer, you work it to the bone. You really try to get the sale, and then when they go to finance, it does take a while. So you have to hang out. And sometimes, if the customer comes in at 7:00 and you're off at 8, you're staying late because you're closing that deal, and you got to stay to deliver that car. And so it pays off. You do work a lot, but it pays off. That was my morning meeting. So every morning you go into work, there is a morning meeting. Pretty much, yeah, every day. 8:45 is when it is. Some dealerships do it right when they open at 9:00. Here, we had to get here 15 minutes early, do the meeting at 8:45, and then sales opens at 9. So we go in, kind of make a game plan, and the general manager tells us kind of what the rundown is. We do phone calls. We call our customers. We call other people's customers and make appointments. And so, yes, it is very rewarding when you work very, very hard. But the reality of it is you're never home. You're always here at the dealership. Yeah, rain or shine, you're here to sell cars. You're here to make a living. It's, yeah, that's not easy. People say selling cars, you make no commission. Here you do get a guarantee. I mean, most places you will get a little bit of a guarantee every month, like $1,000, $1,500. Something like that, and then you make a percent on the gross profit of each vehicle. And so you just got to sell as many cars as you can, make a lot of money. And then when you do sell a car, you can't be quick to discount it either. The more you discount it, which, I mean, there's typically, I mean, some cars don't have any room to discount, but there's other cars that have a little bit of wiggle room. But typically we price them to sell. We price them as cheap as we can, to be honest with you, just to drive traffic in. And sometimes people come in and then they come in, expecting a huge discount. And sometimes it's a little hard to give them a discount because we're getting pretty close to the margins on the car. And so if you can hold it, then you can make some pretty good profit. But if you have to discount it a little bit just to make a deal, then it is what it is. You get the unit, and you get the volume, you get the X on the board, so you can overall on the whole month. It all adds up. And so yeah, it's worth it. When it comes to finances and everything, it does pay off, but you're never here, or you're never home. Eventually my daughter will be starting school. She's 3. She turned 3 in September. The little guy's 1.5, and so not for a while. He won't be starting school. So I don't know, people say once he starts school it gets a little bit easier. And man, it's cold. It's January. What day is it? It's January 8th. It is freezing right now. I think it's probably like 35 degrees. Man, I'm gonna go with my jacket, my thick jacket. Oh, there we go. Kind of mess with the zoom. Anyway, yeah, follow along for the journey. This is me just grinding it out. I mean, there's other dads out there, there's other families out there that want to make an income another way, and that's definitely me. I want to start diversifying. I mean, right now my only income is this job, and I need to start doing other stuff to make an income. So eventually, let's get this watch time up. If you can like, if you can share, if you can subscribe, I mean, it's going to help this channel out a lot, and help me pay off some debt. Eventually earn ourselves a pretty good income. And so I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm just going to keep uploading videos. You follow along for the journey. This is me, raw, uncut. My name's Josh. I can go over probably the next video more ins and outs of like how my day-to-day life as to what I do, my schedule, whether or not I really like my job, the pros and cons. I will be kind of just doing a deep dive on what I do for a living, because I feel like a lot of people kind of want to make a little bit more money out there. If you're working minimum wage and you're flipping burgers, I mean, it's one thing to be an order taker and one thing to really try to convince someone to buy something, especially when it comes to like a big purchase like a car. It takes a lot. Sometimes you have to be really convincing. And sales, it's really sales. It's human psychology, and you have to really think of how you're going to position yourself to have someone purchase a vehicle, even if they're coming in to just look at the car. Sometimes people come in and they're like, "Hey Josh, just so you know, I'm just looking today. I'm not planning on buying anything." And then lo and behold, they drive out with a new car. And so that just means I did my job. Or correct. I'm not forcing them to buy the car, but making them realize, like, look, the car you're looking at, it's a really popular car. And most of the time I'm honest, like, yeah, I mean, the car typically has been here for a few days, and then they come in and I express to them, like, look, the weekend's coming up. This car's probably not going to last, because whoever's going to come in might ask for a discount, and then we are probably going to give them a discount. So instead of that happening, let's just put you in the car now, and let's give you a little bit of a good deal. And so I'm starting to shiver. Like, I am cold. I turn my car off. It's 35 degrees, 40 degrees right now. I'm gonna get going inside. I made myself some hot chocolate. So subscribe, like the video. They always say, like, when you are making content and you're making videos and stuff, they always say to have a good call to action. So that's what it is. Hit this. It's free too. So if you don't have a YouTube account, make one. Subscribe. It helps me out. This is my very first YouTube video, so I doubt it's gonna get any views. So I'm gonna be uploading once a day, long form, just so I can get the what the watch hours up, and I can get monetized. I want to start really going for it, just making videos. And so getting the watch time up, I'm gonna get monetized, getting paid from the ad revenue. And so let's do it. Let's do it together. This is my journey. This is day one, and I made $0 off of YouTube so far. But you know what they say, great things come with consistency. So I have to be consistent, and you're here right along for the journey. And so it's completely free for you to engage with the video, and it helps with my success. So it's crazy how that works, you know. I engage as much as I can with other creators, and support them as much as I can. So if you leave a comment and like and subscribe, it helps out a lot. And so if you don't want to, then just skip this video and go on to the next. But anyway, now you know who I am. I'm Josh, and I'll be here I'll be on here. Look, I'm so cold, man. All right, I'm done. I'll see you guys tomorrow.